What's up, guys? So we're on part 2 of the Chinese Coleman AT125EX. We're going to go ahead and try to get this thing running again today and maybe get this thing cleaned up and put back together and get it ready to sell. First thing I want to do, I ordered the new intake, all new. It's not busted, and I've got a new air box and the carburetor. And like in the last video, I've already cleaned it. It's already been run through the ultrasonic cleaner. All the jets are cleared out, so it is ready to be put back on. Also ordered a new gasket. Comes with a gasket that goes to the motor from the intake and then from the carburetor to the intake. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and get this carburetor bolted up. I'm going to get this intake taken off. You can see right there it's busted. Go ahead and get that done. Alright, so that is a 10mm bolt, I believe. You guys can see the gasket he had on it was not the right one. And right here was just broke. Just sucking air like crazy through there. Look at that. Snapped it right off. I don't know if it was from over tightening this thing or if it was just the gasket not lining up right or something. But we're going to go ahead and throw this away. Looks like he didn't get the old gasket off all the way before he put the new one on. It probably is what caused that thing to snap. Like it. There's our new one. Not really impressed with the quality of this new gasket. Almost forgot I wanted to do a little bit of Loctite on this. A little bit of Loctite, not much. I think one of the reasons he might have broke that is just over tightening it. So make sure. If you guys remember, these bolts actually just thread into the carburetor. They don't have a lock nut or anything like that on the back side of this, so it just threads in there. We're going to put a little bit of Loctite on that as well. Got our new gasket here. One thing we don't want to forget is to go ahead and put the slide in here because of how tight the carburetor is up against the gas tank. We want to make sure that our slide is in. All right. That's good. All right. Rehook the fuel line. This is here. For the bowl. A little bit of a drain off. It's in there. Let's get good to go. Go ahead and reconnect our case vent. Case vent's back on. Well, it's not too bad. Looks like it's up on the dipstick enough to start it. But I am going to be changing that here in a little while. So if you guys don't remember, had that motor mount that was loose, missing a bolt. I'm going to go ahead and put both of those in there. Oh. Alright, that's a problem. That is actually stripped out, so I'm going to have to take that out, rethread it, probably with a little bit bigger bolt. That sucks, but not that big of a deal. It's wiring back up through here. Alright guys, when we get the starter solenoid and the CDI put back together, get that back in there, and then we can get the battery hooked up, get some fuel to it, and see if it'll start. Make sure to put dielectric grease on all of your connectors. I usually just fill the connector full, plug it in. Won't ever have to worry about water getting in it. Alright, snap together. Alright. Plug it in. This thing's been sitting on the charger, maintaining, and if y'all remember, the battery was new, so that's good. We got the fuel on, airbox is on, battery's on. All right. Choke. Alright guys, I think I've got the carburetor dialed in. We got a little bit of a lifter tick. You guys can hear that. So we're going to go ahead and adjust the valves. I think I've got the carburetor dialed in, but may have to readjust a little bit. So that exhaust, it's either exhaust or intake valve, it's ticking a little bit. So I'll go ahead and kill this thing back out. Go ahead and get the valves adjusted on it and go from there. Gotta take this off here, get the engine top dead center. .002 like that for the intake. We can go a little bit thicker for the exhaust because the heat will cause that to expand and get tighter. For the exhaust, we're going to go 0.005. Got rid of our engine tick. Nice and smooth, no noises. All right, got the four-wheeler lined out. I had a little bit of trouble with this cable here. It was not wanting to work off the slide adjustment on the carburetor. Every time I would mess with it, it was not working, and that was the reason. This adjustable cable here, it actually was tight. There was no slack in the throttle, and so the thing was, even though I screwed the screw all the way out, it was still keeping a high idle. But I've got it all lined out now. Starts good, idle's good. Now that I got the bike running good, and also no sound in the engine. Kill that. Next thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and get the wheel replaced. see, that sucker was broke. Bearing feels good. Ball joint may not. How many air in it? Might have a hole in it. All right, got the front end aligned. Look how much narrower the rear is compared to the front. It's wild. Look at that. It's a lot. But cool thing is, I have got 2-inch spacers coming for the back. I wish they were already here, but it's all right. Take all these connectors, grease them up real good. Alright, check out this oil. Very, very black. A little bit thick. I don't see any metal chunks. Nothing like that. It looks like normal wear. Maybe a little bit of metallic in there, but I think that's probably normal. Alright. Let's get some fresh oil in this thing. Some good old Mobil 1 Racing 4T 3-way protection. It's good for engine, transmission, and wet clutch. Advanced full synthetic. That's what I use on everything. Okay guys, this actually says to screw this in all the way and then check the oil level in the manual. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Looks like we could use a little more. Alright guys. Looks to me like that's full. Seats back on. Front plastics are on. This thing looks like a beast. Ready to ride. Lights are on. Alright. Well, there you have it, guys. AT125EX. Thing actually has a lot of power for a little four-wheeler. Little 125. This thing looks nice. When the spacers come in, I'm going to put those on. That's all I've got left to do. Give it a good bath and grease all the fittings in here. Grease the back swing arm. Brakes, they work just fine. And also the steering stem that squeaks. I'll put some lithium grease in that. I think it actually in the manual it even says to put lithium grease on it to keep it lubed up. But thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll probably get started on the other one pretty soon. Also, I'm still waiting on new ball joints. It doesn't really feel that bad now that I got the front end aligned, but I'm still going to replace them to get it ready to sell. Give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Watch for more. Thank y'all, guys.